Abraham is more than a historical figure. He's the spiritual ancestor to billions of people across the globe. Revered as the father of nations, his life and family form the foundation of three major world religions: Judaism, Christianity, and Islam, collectively known as the Abrahamic religions. This story takes a deep dive into Abraham's journey, exploring his family tree, biblical significance, and enduring legacy. Why is his story so pivotal? How did his family tree shape the world's largest faiths? Let's unravel the legacy of Abraham together. Abraham, originally named Abram, was born in Ur of the Chaldees, modern-day Iraq. According to the Bible, God called him to leave his homeland and journey to a land he would show him. This promise wasn't just about geography, but a covenant. God vowed to make Abraham the father of many nations, Genesis 12:1-3. Abraham's story isn't confined to the Bible. In Judaism, he is Avraham Avinu, or Our Father Abraham. In Christianity, he is celebrated as a patriarch of faith, and in Islam, he is Ibrahim, a prophet and a messenger of Allah. His role in these religions underscores his spiritual importance, as he embodies unwavering faith and obedience to God. At the heart of Abraham's story is his wife, Sarah, originally Sarai. Despite their advanced age, God promised them a son. Sarah's barrenness posed a challenge, but their faith endured, culminating in the miraculous birth of Isaac. Before Isaac, Abraham had a son, Ishmael, with Hagar, Sarah's Egyptian maidservant. Ishmael became the father of a great nation, fulfilling God's promise to Abraham. Islamic tradition traces its roots to Ishmael, marking him as an ancestor of Prophet Muhammad. Isaac, Abraham's promised son, carried forward the covenant. Through Isaac came Jacob, later renamed Israel, and the 12 tribes of Israel. This lineage formed the foundation of the Jewish people and, by extension, Christianity. While Isaac's descendants are central to Jewish and Christian traditions, Ishmael's line is equally significant. In Islamic tradition, Ishmael is revered as a prophet and a patriarch. His descendants settled in the Arabian Peninsula, becoming the forebears of many Arab tribes. Abraham's journey in the Bible is one of obedience and faith. He answered God's call to leave his homeland, trusted God's promise of descendants despite Sarah's barrenness, and even prepared to sacrifice Isaac when tested. These events shaped his legacy as a man of faith. His covenant with God introduced the concept of monotheism, a belief in one God that became the cornerstone of the Abrahamic religions. This covenant wasn't just spiritual, but also geographical, as God promised the land of Canaan to Abraham and his descendants. Through this covenant, Abraham's story became a blueprint for faith, teaching future generations about trust, sacrifice, and divine promises. Abraham lived an extraordinary life of 175 years, Genesis 25:7. His life was a testament to God's faithfulness and the fulfillment of his promises. By the time of his death, Abraham had witnessed the birth of his promised son, Isaac, and the beginnings of God's covenant unfolding through his family. His death wasn't the end, but a milestone in the legacy that continued through Isaac and Ishmael. Even today, Abraham's age at death symbolizes a life fully lived in service to God in his divine plan. Abraham's influence extends far beyond his lifetime. In Judaism, he is the patriarch whose descendants received the Torah. In Christianity, he is a model of faith, as highlighted in the New Testament, Romans 4. In Islam, he is a prophet and an exemplar of submission to God. The Abrahamic religions share his legacy, teaching values like faith, sacrifice, and covenant. Abraham's family tree connects billions of people, offering a shared spiritual heritage despite religious differences. His story remains relevant today, inspiring interfaith dialogue and unity. Abraham's legacy isn't just about his faith or his family tree. It's about how his story continues to shape the spiritual and cultural identity of billions. By understanding Abraham's journey and his descendants, we gain insight into our shared heritage and the values that bind us. Let Abraham's life inspire you to explore the deep connections within the Abrahamic religions and their profound impact on history and humanity. Whether through his unwavering faith or the legacy of his family, Abraham remains a figure who unites rather than divides, a true father of nations.